Hello, young ladies. First of all, congratulations on your win for the film festival. That's always good. I've never met a filmmaker from Alaska through all the 30 something years I've been doing this. So that's a first, especially a woman. And
Wow.
so, Abigail, good to see you. All right. So,
Yes.
got to talk with the director first. Let's talk about your win first, why that's important. And how did you become a director from Alaska, first of all? Because I just can't figure that one out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was born and raised in effectively an outpost town. It's called Fairbanks, Alaska. It's 100 miles south of the Arctic Circle. And in spite of its remote location, it is a rich haven of extraordinary people. Like there's a land, air, sea, and space grant institution called the University of Alaska Fairbanks there, with just just wonderful people, and I was, sort of the benefited from this strong fine arts complex that was putting on plays and productions, and I was exposed to theater. uh just really, really talented people were magnetized there. And as a child, I had exposure to that, uh, and loving film, as we all do in this business, like we just love film and just studying it. And then I moved to Los Angeles, and I was in Los Angeles for a couple of decades where I like honed my craft and became a stronger filmmaker, and then moved back to Alaska, and that's been my base, and just kind of benefiting the best of everything, having the simple life where I can, spend hours writing in sort of this sensory deprived environment of total darkness and frigid landscape. It's like almost as though like I'm living on Mars. And that's that, and I'm able to allow my brain to create and concoct these extraordinary worlds. And then I fly to Ireland where I get to have them these things manifest into reality.
Abigail, talk about when you first heard that she won for this movie Glitch. What was your response to this?
I was so proud, honestly, so well deserved. Zoe was such a constant in the making of this film, and she kept the whole production going in the direction that it needed to go. And she was so wonderful to work with, cool as a cucumber, nothing was ever an issue. And as an actor, having that kind of space and such great communication, and it was I there's no one more deserving, honestly. I was so happy.
So, for people that haven't seen this movie yet, talk about your character and filming in Ireland.
Yes, so Finley is a scientist. She creates an immersive video game augmented reality in order to hopefully create enough funds to save her ancestral home. So we were very lucky to film in Ardgillan Castle in Dublin, and it was such an amazing location, and it really helped to immerse us in that world of, technology meets ancestry, and kind of having that mesh. Uh, and it was, yeah, just so wonderful. It was such a great experience and so much fun.
Now, I know of that castle. You talked about spooky. Yeah. So, Zoe talked about
Definitely.
finding that location.
Yeah, we were very lucky. Like, so our producer Maria O'Neill was like boots on the ground, and she was sending locations, and then she said, "I can get you this location." So I flew over to Ireland from Alaska, and and every corner, every facet of the space. I was like, yes, 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 this is perfect. And then she got a buyout of the entire space for our entire shoot, which, yeah, again, like testament to what an extraordinary producer she is, that happened. It was the perfect space because the castle is a character in the film. So just like as we're, casting the ghost, we're also casting the castle, and I'm very happy with that character.
So talk about your win. Were you surprised when you found out that you won? What was that feeling
Oh,
like?
yeah. Yeah, it was a- I it was I guess I was shocked. I mean, not because like I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. So I was very appreciative. I was, thankful, and also recognizing like I was there that day because I had these two wonderful producers that were driving an equal amount of force towards us achieving this goal. So like I was able to direct this film that had the qualities that get somebody a best feature director award, because along the way when I was saying, "Hey, I need these visual effects here. I need this lens package. I need this camera. I need this." It sounds like I'm so needy, but like I like all of these needs that were the needs of the film, the producers returned with yeses. And so then I was able to do my job of using those tools to create the film that we have here today.
So Abigail, when you get into the believability about this can happen. We've gone beyond the days where that will never happen. Everything in film can happen now. So when you read this in the script, what were you thinking?
Yeah, so I initially read this script back in 2023. So it was all very new at that stage. I mean, if you think the last 2 years, how much technology has advanced. So at the time, it was still like definitely tangible, but that little bit more far-fetched. Whereas now, like having the completed film in this current, atmosphere, this current climate, it's like completely doable and completely tangible. And I have a lot of friends and family who are in the video gaming world, and when I kind of told them the crux of this film and how it was an AR uh, game, a video game, uh, they were, like, yeah, that's, I know this company and this, platform we know they're currently in creation of those things. So it's very, very exciting that the film is out at this current time when all of that is in the works and on the way.
So now it's game on. So Zoe, when you can go into the gaming world with AR, VR, and AI, uh, it's a dangerous world, but at the same time, it's a very intriguing world if you play it right. So when it comes to the movie, everything is intertwined. And when things go wrong, is how do you put these things back in? And once it comes out, it's hard to put back in, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was sort of like the kind of the question that I wanted to leave audiences with. Um, is the ghost in the machine a real ghost? Like, so, and how close those two stories kind of like the story of a fantasy ghost and the ghost of like, an AI super intelligence. And and maybe in a way it's like indistinguishable, right? And that's like up into the very, very end, we're meant to question what it is, like which reality it is, like if it is an actual ghost or if it's AI. And I feel like that's kind of like a bigger idea that I like to leave the audiences questioning.
Well, and that's the good thing about that because you just don't know. I mean, there is the lines have crossed now. There is no one lane for anything like that. And I have always said the best thing about making a movie is the believability about it. It is believable. It can be done. It is being done. It will be done. So, congratulations for you for coming up with this because this is the world that we live in now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's an exciting time. Like I'm, uh, I'm very, I'm bullish on AI. Like I think that 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 genie is out of the bottle, so I'm not going to ignore it, but see like how I can work with it to like leverage and make things better and better. It's just it's a good time to be alive. Like there's um we are living in the Star Trek days right now.
Absolutely. Hey, Abigail, talk about why you loved your character and what was most scary for you.
So I really loved how like multifaceted Finley was. She's this woman in aristocracy. She's the 15th lady of Winnemore, but she also is at the forefront of all this technology, and she's a scientist. So she's kind of juggling these two worlds, one kind of, modern scientific world and one ancestral world. And I just loved the journey she went on to kind of accept that those two parts of herself can exist together. The biggest challenge was probably all of the jargon that, because, I myself, I'm an actor, not a scientist. So learning all of those kind of phrases and words and all this kind of technology was quite new to me as a person. So learning about that and making sure I understood exactly what I was saying to deliver it in a way that was believable. That was probably the biggest challenge with this character.
Talk about working with your other castmates. I mean, you guys look like you had fun. I can't act to save my life. I could never direct a film. That wouldn't interest me. My job is more promoting and seeing this. So when I'm seeing these things, I'm like, oh, maybe I could do that one day. I'm like, no, snap out of it. You'd never be able to do that. That's not your thing. So I love seeing what you guys have fun playing with because I can just see it half the time.
Yes, we had such great fun on this set. Jack and Elijah, Lorcan and Shannon, they brought such a fun element to working on set. They were very good at keeping us all entertained, and we formed very quick bonds. And we had that kind of sibling dynamic quite quickly, and it did feel like it was, a big family gathering most of the time, and we were all having a lot of fun on set. And yeah, they were just really great to work with. Janine as well, who plays Lady Maeve, she was great as well on set. We had a really lovely time getting to know each other and working together. But everyone on set, like from Mischa and John and even Steve, our writer who played Angus, it really did feel like a big family unit, and that happened quite quickly, which is really, really lucky, and made working on the film that much more enjoyable.
Zoe, I've always been amazed when people submit to film festivals. I always tell them it's not easy to get into film festivals, and I know what that process is like of winding down and picking good films. Not every good film gets in because there may be certain ones. So when a film gets in, I always remind that filmmaker, congratulations, because you may not know what they went through to screen a lot of these films. So
Yeah.
when you win, that really is something.
Yeah. 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 Thank you. Yeah. So many of these festivals get, 10, 15, 20,000 submissions, and then 40 to 100 films are programmed. And so it's like, yeah, it's very, very lucky to get in, because along the way, there's so many moments that a film could get knocked out of consideration that has nothing really to do with it. It's like they have like the first couple tiers are where uh, the junior level people are just watching the first 5 minutes of the film, and if they're not caught, then that's a pass. There's not physically enough time for the festivals to watch all the films that are submitted. And so if you can, even like if you're a filmmaker who makes it past those level one, level two, it's an extraordinary feat. So yeah, I feel so lucky and happy that that happened. And yeah, and hopefully that we have a couple more coming down the pipeline soon. So we'll see about that too.
And for the record, I never did that 10-minute rule. I still to this day watch it from beginning to end because I've always
That's
said there
great.
could be someone at the very end who's just starting their career for the first time and you're paying attention to that person and you'd always want to give justice to that. There's only
Yeah.
been 3 films in my entire life that I had to leave and I didn't see the end credits, the film through. One was Super Mario Brothers, because I had to run to another screening. So I understand that. So I was criticized, hey, Brian, you only have to watch 10 minutes. I'm like, no, I have to watch the whole film. So till this day, from 1987 on, I've been watching films from beginning to the end, no matter how torturous it may be sometimes. Even if I had to get on the floor and do sit-ups and push-ups, I was still watching it.
Wow. Excellent.
That's very commendable.
Like that.
Hey, talk about, you're in the gaming world now with this film. Talk about, putting that to the audience of Twitch, because they would love this.
Brian, that's an outstanding idea. That's a really good idea.
I'm full of them.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, it's something that when we were, in pre-production like obviously like gaming is like the heart of the film. Like she's a programmer, there's an immersive game, and then there's elements of this video game throughout the film. And yeah, like the Twitch community, I think that it would be great to get it there. Yeah.
Hey, Abigail, I've always said to people, if I had to watch video games and movies, I wouldn't have a life. I didn't have a life because I became a movie whore, and I'm glad. So I'm still that person where, instead of going to the beach, I'm going to the movies. Instead of going skiing, I'm going to the movies, except I'm doing it cross country and around the world. Are you that gamer, Abigail?
So I have a lot of friends and family in the gaming sphere. So my boyfriend, for example, he has a YouTube channel where he reviews video games. That's one of the things that he does, and he creates guides and stuff. So, and he's very, very interested in the gaming community. So he was a big help with this script and a big help in understanding the significance of the video gaming world and community, and just how kind of interconnected everybody is in the gaming community. And I have a big respect for the gaming community and the video gaming world. My brother as well is always, like, growing up, he was big into video games. So I've grown up with and developed a really good understanding of just how big it is and just how pivotal in people's lives is, and how many people absolutely love video games. I grew up with my Nintendo DS. That was something that I went everywhere with as a kid, and even like console games. And yeah, it's a pastime that I'm definitely getting more and more into as I kind of grow. Yeah.
Last question for you, Abigail. How can the audience reach out to you and follow you on your social media links, those people who are your fans?
Sure. So on Instagram, you can find me at abigail.o'regan.
And Zoe, what would you say to get the audience to come out for future film festivals and just to see this film in general?
Oh yeah, if you want to have a fun, exciting 92 minutes, and leave feeling better than when you arrived, then come out to see Glitched.
And so again, for all you women, congratulations for all the hard work that you put in, and for you women. And again, from being from Alaska, because like I said, I don't recall anybody coming from Alaska, being a filmmaker and putting on something like this. So good on you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you, Brian. Thank you for your time today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, you guys are welcome. I mean, hey, it's always about supporting the arts, right?
Yeah.
100%.
So thank you for that. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.